Well, New Harvest Creative is a production company dedicated to developing media and intellectual property, and Dan Robinson is joining us with more. Hey!
Hey!
How's it going?
Great, it's good to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. You're always coming in talking about Fayetteville Public Television. This time
true.
you're talking about something
Different.
That's right.
Yeah.
New Harvest Creative is a company that can provide production services for a wide variety of products. We make a lot of stuff, but we've had the pleasure of making a lot of short films, and those short films have won a lot of awards. And so now we are reaching out to the community to let them know that if they have a short film idea, we can help make that a reality.
Can you talk about how that works exactly? So what all do you help with?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, short films are very much a microcosm of a feature film, but you still have to check all those boxes. There's a lot of boxes to check. And when people have an idea and they think, man, this would make a great short film, then they have those creative inspirations, but the administration that goes into that, planning everything, and very often it feels almost impossible. It's like, how am I going to find locations and talent, and what forms do I need people to fill out? And they just don't even really think about those things. We've had the pleasure of doing that enough times that we kind of have a playbook that we're happy to share. And we have a scalable model so that depending on what people have to work with, we can help make that happen.
You know, that's so encouraging because I do think that a lot of folks have an idea. I want to make this movie. I want to make this short film. But once they get into the logistics of it, it kind of is just a roadblock. It's an obstacle. And then that, what could be an amazing idea, goes by the wayside.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with it. So reaching out to someone like you makes a lot of sense.
And they turn to their resources and they make something happen, but even all the way at the end to deliverables for festivals. Ultimately, you want that short film to end up in festivals, and different festivals need different things. And so again, that's an area that we have experience in, and we're really happy to share that information.
So I think you've already answered this, but even if someone just has the seed of an idea,
That's right.
they could reach out to you.
That's right. And then we get into a screenplay. You know, ultimately you've got to have a screenplay, and then a script analysis, figuring out what it takes to make the movie. Because if you want to blow up a car, that takes some planning. So it just depends. Every project is different. That's something else that we have to be nimble about, is the fact that every project is different. But it's fun to take that, assess what we need, figure out the resources. We have such great resources here locally when it comes to talent and location and studios and those sort of things. And we have great relationships with all those people, and we can help connect those dots.
So let's say someone's starting out along this path, maybe a young Dan Robinson. What advice would you give yourself back then that you've had the experience to learn throughout the years?
Reach out to someone who's already done it rather than trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
I think people feel like they have to reinvent the wheel and start from scratch, but if you find someone who knows all the steps that are necessary, then you're able to at least then get into your creative mode instead of having to be in your problem-solving mode. And that's another thing that we love to do, is even when we get there, if we can make all the perfect plans, then we get on location, there's going to be challenges.
Yeah.
And then it's handling those challenges and staying positive and being solution-oriented.
You know, I think that's so true because a lot of people are just in survive mode. If only I just need to survive, right? Instead of being released to thrive.
That's
so
right.
It's switching that mindset from survive to thrive, and you all are a vehicle to help people do that.
That's right, and creative people want to be creative, and that creativity is fostered by not having to worry about all that other stuff.
Right.
So our goal is to empower those creative people to really let them do what they do best and not have to worry about the things that would get them out of that creative mindset.
So who is it that you're looking to reach out to you right now?
People who are thinking about making short films. Because the other thing is, when it comes to fundraising, people think, all right, I'm going to make a short film, I'm going to do a GoFundMe.
Right.
And you know, that can work, but there is a strategy, and we have successfully helped people take a $2,000 seed and turn it into a $20,000 production budget with a fundraising strategy. And it's understanding the steps of the process.
Yeah.
And if you're following those steps in order, your chances of success are much greater.
Absolutely. Well, let's say people do have that seed of an idea and they want to reach out to you right now. What's the best way to do that?
NewHarvestCreative.com.
Just go to the website.
That's right. And at the bottom, there's a contact us and shoot us an email, and we would love to hear about the idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And congrats on the successes of those short films that have gone on and won awards. I mean, that's amazing.
Thank you. We've got 3 short films in the festival circuit right now.
Can you
That's
mention them? Do you know
yes,
the names?
Carving, and In a World Full of Loneliness.
Jules Taylor's film.
Yep, and Operation Thanatos.
Okay. Well, look out for those on the festival circuit out there. Dan, as always, we appreciate your time and what
Yeah.
you're
Thanks
doing
for all
to
the info.
elevate filmmaking. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.